think it's possible for a vernacular medium student to take CLAT, which is so heavily dependent on English, and you require a certain level of proficiency with English? How do you go about it? I mean, is the training, what level of training are you giving them? Is 1 year enough? What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, I definitely, it's just been some 6-7 months I have been training these vernacular medium kids. I do face a lot of problems while training them, and I do recognize that they also face, they're not very comfortable with the language, and that acts as a barrier in their in the process of training. So what I feel is, if we get about 2 years to train them, then that is the optimum time that we're looking at. Currently we're training class 12 students, and therefore it's a little difficult for us. But I don't think that they are disadvantaged just because they don't know the language. If we get 2 years with them, I'm sure they can increase their proficiency in English. And more than not knowing the language, the problem with them is the fluency in English and the confidence levels. They are not very comfortable with the language, using the language. So as long as we can provide them that confidence, we can boost their natural level of English, I think it should do the job. So 2 years should be what we are looking at to train the students.
And do you have any examples of vernacular medium students who are already studying at NUJS?
Yes, I know one my batchmate, one my senior, and one junior student of mine. 3 of them have studied in Bengali medium schools, and they have done very well in NUJS. One of my batchmates, Ramanuj Mukherjee, is from a Bengali medium school in Calcutta, and he was the second ranker in my batch for CLAT. So that itself explains that you don't need to be from an English medium school. You can still develop your English, you can inculcate English and do very well in CLAT.
And will the CLAT, will the IDIA program stop itself after the children come into the law schools, or do you see a role that the program will play even after they've been admitted to the law schools?
Yes, we have also devised some methods whereby we can help them integrate in law school. And first and foremost, we have a mentorship program whereby each student, each IDIA scholar who gets into a law school will be allotted a mentor who will help that person cope up with studies, cope up with the general life at law school, and help him or her to adjust in law school. Because as we understand, these students come from a different area where the majority of students here in law schools are the urban elite. They have been brought up in a different way. They can face discrimination, and they have to cope up with that. They have to integrate well, and we have to change the mindset of students here at NUJ. So to facilitate that process, we have a mentorship program. Along with that, as we understand, law school also entails some expenses on a monthly basis. So we are in the process of evolving another facet of IDIA, whereby we will have one student who will be sponsored by one alumni of each law school, and that will cover the monthly expenses of the student. So currently these are the two ways we are looking at integrating the students in law school. So IDIA does not stop at just getting the students to law school, but it continues much after that.
And you're in the final year now?
Right. I'm in the final year.
And you've already landed a job?
Yes, I have already been placed.
So where would you be after you've got your job? Where is your job?
My job is located in Bombay in Khaitan and Company. And
you would continue with the project, or how do you see yourself after you graduate? Is this only a brief tryst with the project while in law school, or do you see yourself being involved with this on a long-term basis? I definitely see myself involved in a long-term basis. Of course, I cannot promise you that I will still function as a team leader. That wouldn't be practically possible because I will be located in Bombay. I could possibly manage a team which is located there in Bombay, but because of my, let's assume that I might have long working hours, so it might be difficult for me to balance both, give as much time to IDIA as I'm doing currently. So I do want to be involved in the policy framing of IDIA and help out the students in any way I can.
and definitely I would be involved in IDIA, I can assure you that much. And of course, since I've already landed a job and we are looking to create more funds at IDIA, I will be contributing on a monthly basis for the project to run smoothly.
And do you see any immediate improvement in the students that you're training? I mean, can you see an improvement after you've been with them, training them, the Bengali medium students, the Northeast students? Do you think that this training is making any sort of difference, not just for the entrance exam, but even otherwise? Is there any improvement in skills, in analytical thinking?
Yes, we have been training these kids for more than 6 months now, and while I cannot give you a individual assessment of each subject, I could tell you that when we got them, they were very shy, they wouldn't open up, and they were scared about approaching law, and they figured that CLAT is very difficult, so might not be able to do it. So I guess through this training in about 6 months, we have been able to change that negative mindset. They are more confident. I see them being more comfortable with English as a language, using that. And even overall, their aptitude levels, their logical thinking, that has also improved. And I think it's not just to do with CLAT, it also contributes to their overall personality development when they interact with students here in class, and also when they come to NUJS and look around, it does contribute to their personality development as a whole.
And does this project also enable you to interact with students from the other law schools? Do you see this project building more bridges between the students of the various law schools to work towards a common agenda, to work towards social reformation?
Yes, I mean, because we have a network and we have IDIA students in every law school working as a local chapter, it does facilitate a lot of inter-law school interaction and even intra-law school interaction for that matter. And this network does help them, because we need to create this network. We need to create the networks between the alumni and the students for the development of the law schools individually, as well as law schools functioning together for the betterment of law as a career overall.
And is the universities, your own university, supportive of this? Do they give you enough time to engage with this?
Yes, here at NUJ's Professor MP Singh, who's a current Vice Chancellor, he is extremely supportive of IDIA, and we have several faculty members who are very supportive of IDIA. Like, for example, Professor MP Singh has himself contributed personally towards this project. We have several faculty members, including Professor Shamnath Bashir. He also has contributed personally towards the project, and we have received ample support from NUJS as such, and even from some other universities, the students have received adequate support.